Tate! Is this not why you were here?
Greetings to everyone watching live and everyone watching after the fact. Shout out to the faithful and salute to the patrons. This is Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, here to bring you guys July's monthly Q&A. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, so real quick, before I go ahead and get started with tonight's festivities, I want to do another huge shout out and huge thank you to everybody who tuned in, who donated, who contributed to last week's charity stream for my boy Jimmy. I cannot express to you guys just how much that meant. Of course, if you saw that stream, if you made it all the way to the end, Jimmy came on and, just kind of let everybody know, what he and his family were raising money for and, how appreciative he was and things like that. But I mean, guys, we raised over $150 in that stream last week, and it really did help. Doesn't sound like a huge amount, but it really did matter. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who tuned in, everybody who contributed to that, everyone who shared the GoFundMe link, everybody who contributed. Just thank you guys so much. So phenomenal. So phenomenal. All right, so one more thing I want to mention real quick. One more thing I'm going to mention is today's the 31st, last day of the month. So I thought just go ahead and let you guys know this now. So I am accepting requests for reviews again. And we'll actually, now that I think about it, not just reviews, but just video requests in general, whether it's a discussion of the week, a top 5, advice corner, what have you. You can request those by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/OAW. The link is in the description box below. We have several tiers available. Just pretty much pick whichever one suits your fancy. And in addition to your request for the video of your choice, you also get access to all of the Patreon exclusive content. You get access to the OAW Vault, which is the original first 2 seasons of Otaku Assemble Weekly, the old anime and manga review web series that kicked off the channel way back when, right? But there's still fun videos. They're still fun. And not only that, you also become a member of the OAW Discord server, which is really awesome. I kind of feel, man, I will be honest with y'all. So, because I know, once again, another, all of these sporadic hiatuses and not being on the channel as much and things like that. Yeah, I know it's terrible. Got to break the habit. I am in the process of breaking said habit because I'm working on some things. But I actually, I am in the Discord practically every day. And me and the rest of the fellas in the Discord, we get on the chat probably 2 to 3 times a week, and we have a ball in the Discord. So if you become a patron, if you become a patron at any tier, that's the other thing too. At any of the Patreon tiers, you get invited to the OAW Discord server. So once again, that is patreon.com/OAW. The links are in the description box below. So yeah, now let's go ahead. Let's kick off with the Q&A. I will be taking you guys questions for the next hour or so. It all depends on, who all joins the Q&A, who decides to join the stream, because of course, live monthly Q&A, another Patreon perk. If you are a patron at the $10 tier or higher, you get an invite to join in on this stream. So I already sent the link to the guys over on Patreon. Some of them might pop in. I hope nobody pops off. Please don't pop off. Please. No, let's be civil tonight. Okay, let's be civil tonight. Don't nobody pop the trunk on nobody. But I did not share the link with some of my fellow collaborators on YouTube. So yeah. So I actually need to go ahead and do that now so some of them guys can get in as well. Where is Messenger and why did Facebook move it? Oh, wait, I did share the link. Nope, never mind. I did share the link on Facebook. All right. So, yeah, so some of my fellow YouTubers might be popping in as well. So, yeah. Let me see. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? Oh, also, so, yeah, I'll be taking you guys' questions, checking out you guys' comments. We can pretty much talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. It's totally up to you. But if you want to make sure that your question or comment gets read live on the air and get addressed before the end of tonight's broadcast, you can always drop a super chat, or you can contribute to the channel via Cash App or PayPal. Links are all in the description box below. So shout out time. Let's see who all is in the building. Adam Q. Adam Q is always the first one here. He is always the first one here. What's happening, Adam Q? The Disliker. That's a name I don't recognize, but welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. No Longer Human is always in the building. Another one of the longtime faithful. Batrock 51. Been a while since I've seen him, but he's up in here. Deuce 1042. He's in here too. All right. So let's get some. So I'm actually going to kick off this Q&A because there were two questions that were posted prior to the start of the broadcast. One was on YouTube. The other one was on Facebook. So the YouTube question, and actually, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Or you know what? It might not show me because the live chat's on right now. But yeah, I forget who it was that asked, but someone asked if I will be reviewing Transformers, War for Cybertron Season 3, Kingdom. Yes. Of course, in case you guys have not yet seen it, me and my man Random Black Gamer, we've teamed up to review. We've already reviewed the first 2 seasons, and we're going to be linking back up to review the third. That is coming sometime shortly. It's just a matter of getting with Random Black Gamer and seeing when we are both available to do that. But we will be doing it. Yeah, we will be doing it. We will be doing it. I got to finish. I'm on episode 5. I just got the last 2 episodes to watch. So, but yes, we will be doing it. If not right now, I'll see if we can get it in tomorrow. But if not, more than likely either Monday or Wednesday. But it will be this like within the next week. We are going to be doing that. So keep an eye out for that. And then the second pre-written question. Well, this is the Facebook question. Let's see. Where is it? This one was from, this one is from Adrian Marks Jr. He says, Larry, did you see Snake Eyes yet? I have not. I have not seen Snake Eyes. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. And then what's this notification? Oh, sweet. Drag not liked the stream. Thanks, Drag. Pop in if you're able to. Actually, I haven't talked to Drag in a while, now that I think about it. All right. So first comment of tonight comes from a man, Adam Q. And Adam Q has, again, this is another attempt. So in case you guys don't know, me and Adam Q has somewhat of like a wager going on where Adam, this was a while back, this was months ago, but Adam pretty much said, Larry, man, it's like, been a long time, because Adam Q, he's been long time faithful for years now. I've seen so many videos and whatnot. He's like, I think I've collected enough information to figure out who your top 10 favorite comic book characters are. And I said, okay, challenge accepted. Knock yourself out. So every stream, he'll make an attempt. And last week's stream was the closest he's gotten. Because it seemed like for the longest time, it was always like either 6 or 7 of the choices were right. But usually when it came down to those last 3, those last 3 never synced up. And then in the last one, I had to tell Adam, I'm like, all right, this is the closest you've gotten. Because the first 8 on that list are correct. It's just the last 2, right? So this is Adam Q's latest attempt. And let's see. He has Superman, Wolverine, Batman, Magneto, Captain America, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Lex Luthor, and Deathstroke. Well, Adam Q, the last 2, again, would not be in my top 10. The first 8 are correct. The last 2 are not. Now, Adam Q, I will tell you this, though, man. I will tell you this. So here's the thing. I do believe, I'm not sure about what I would consider my number 10 pick, but I do believe you've guessed my number 9 pick before in one of the previous attempts. I want to say you have guessed that my number 9. You might actually, you know what? Because it's been so many attempts now, it's getting a little hard to remember them all. I want to say Adam has guessed my 9th and 10 picks before. but he didn't do it. But they were never on the same list at the same time. But I want to say in separate lists, you have guessed the last two. And that's the only hint I'm going to give you. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. All right. First super chat of the night comes from Maniac Madness 11. I don't have the horns queued up, but pew, 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 pew. All right, Maniac Madness 11 with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, Larry, hear that apparently they resurrected He-Man and Skeletor in episode 4, only to turn around and stab He-Man in the back, alluding to his second death. Maniac Madness 11 is referring to the Tila show, which is on Netflix. I affectionately call it The Legend of Tila. So yes, that is what happens in that show from what I have read and from what I have heard, because I dropped it after the first episode. I signed on for a He-Man show, not the Tila show. If they were going to do the Tila show, they should have just called it. My favorite one is The Legend of Tila. That's what I think they should have called it. But yes, Tila's name should have been in the title. I don't care what anybody says about, it's called, Masters of the Universe. It's not called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. That doesn't matter because the show is really Tila's show. It doesn't even focus that much on the other masters, especially the OG ones, like a lot of the So if you're familiar with the original He-Man series, right? There were a lot of the quote unquote masters of the universe who pre-existed He-Man, meaning that these were like the OGs, they pretty much earned their rank and title before Adam was even born, right? Before Adam's dad was even king. Like these are some of like the legends of that world. They're not even in it. And I don't even think there's any King Grayskull is in the 4th episode or the 3rd episode or something, but that's it. No mention of any of the other OG characters. So yeah, again, I call it The Legend of Tila. That's what it is, but that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for He-Man and Skeletor, and when you kill them at the end of the 1st episode, and then you don't bring them back until the end, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. So there you go. But thanks, Maniac Madness 11. And yes, you are correct. That is what happens. Yes. All right. So let me scroll back up and see. So let me know if that background music is too loud, guys. Actually, let me turn it down a little bit. Because I can hear myself kind of like shouting a little bit louder just to get. Actually, now it sounds too low. Balance. We must find the balance. It's like Thanos, right? Balance. The balance. All right. Adam Q, he says, also the reason I guess Deathstroke and Lex, because I remember you're a huge wrestling fan. Lex is the epitome trash talker and Deathstroke is the ultimate leg breaker. I do like both of those characters. Neither one of them would make my top 10 though. They'd be in like my top 25, but they wouldn't be in my top 10. The disliker says, are flat characters ever good? Depends, honestly. Because if they're not important to the main story, then what does it matter, right? I mean, consider this. Was the cabbage guy in Avatar: The Last Airbender, would you consider him a flat character? And he's hilarious. But I mean, it depends. It depends. That's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all sort of rule. You know what I mean? Adam Q says the glasses Larry wore in his prime have returned. This is a different pair. He said in my prime. No, I actually don't have those glasses no more. You're talking about the brown frames. No, I'm sorry, the brown and gold frames. No, this is a different pair, but this is the pair that I was rocking circa what? Because I got these in, when did I get these? I got these in 2018. Yeah, I got these in 2018. So, I mean, dude, it's kind of funny you bring that up though, because my last pair of contacts freaking ripped, man. My last pair of contacts freaking ripped. and I couldn't even get in for an eye exam. So my prescription's expired, so I got to go get a new eye exam, and I couldn't even get in this week, right? So I tried ordering my contacts last week. Found out my prescription was expired, so then I have to schedule the eye exam for this week. Show up at the exam, there's a 1 hour wait, and I didn't have an hour to wait around, right? So I said, screw it, bump it. I'm just gonna go about my business because that was ridiculous. That place was packed. There wasn't an empty seat in the house. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not about this, right? So I was like, you know what? Like, it doesn't make sense for me to be going out of my way to come all the way down here where the eye doctor was. When I'm like, dude, I order my glasses and my contacts from a different place. There's an eye doctor right next door, right on the other side of the wall. I'm like, why don't I just go there? So I got an eye exam for next week because today's Saturday. So next week. But then even then it's gonna be like 2 weeks before I can get my contacts. So yeah, I don't mind wearing glasses. It just sucks when I go to the gym. It's wearing these in the gym suck. Because they always, slipping and sliding, when I'm all sweaty and I'm perspirating and it's leaking down my face. And I got to worry about my glasses smudging and fogging up and all that type of jazz. Yeah. It's cumbersome. It is cumbersome. And then we got another $5 super chat from Maniac Madness 11. Thank you so much, good sir. He says, thoughts on ScarJo suing Disney. You think it'll have bigger implications for how movies and streaming shows are made moving forward? Okay, so in case you guys have not heard, because this just happened, on Thursday, I think, right? So Scarlett Johansson is currently in the process of filing a lawsuit against Disney because of so essentially this is how it works. Scarlett Johansson had it in her contract to where she was supposed to receive certain royalties based off of the revenue that was generated from the Black Widow film, right? They call it points. That's the industry term for it. Points on the back end means that you get you get cash, you get a kickback, you get paid based upon how well the film performs in theaters. After a certain amount, you get a certain amount. However, this is where the dispute is. Number one, Black Widow's potential box office revenue was compromised by the fact that it was also released on Disney Plus. And the thing about it is, I don't think that there was a clause in the contract that specified that she was supposed to earn points off of a streaming release as well. So essentially what that means is Scarlett Johansson is missing out on a lot of money that she feels she is entitled to get. So yeah, she filed a lawsuit. And the thing about it is, there's also rumor going around now that Emma Stone might do the same thing for Cruella. So yeah, so what are my thoughts on it? Okay, so here's my thoughts on it. If y'all owe her money, pay her. Just straight up. If y'all owe her money, pay her. Because it might actually be worth it to just pay her what she's owed instead of trying to drag this out in court. Okay? Number two, do I think you think it'll have bigger implications for how movies and streaming shows are made moving forward? So this is going to be okay. So here's the thing about that, Maniac Madness 11. Here's the thing. What we're seeing unfold with the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit, in essence, is it's akin to the Legendary Pictures lawsuit against Warner Brothers, when Warner Brothers decided that they were going to do day and date, HBO Max and theatrical releases. When they announced that last year, Legendary Pictures filed a lawsuit with them. Why? Because Legendary is old. They're old points on the back end. They are supposed to receive a certain amount of money based off of the box office revenue of their films. Because Warner Brothers is the films in question. Warner Brothers is simply the distributor. They were not the producer of the film. So with that being said, Legendary is like, hey, you just decided that you were going to release our picture on a streaming service where the subscription revenue goes to you. We don't get any of that. Bump that you gonna give us our money. And so and I don't think that lawsuit has resolved itself yet. I think it is still ongoing. But yeah, it's the same thing. And it's the reason why HBO Max got so much backlash from the industry when they decided to do day and date, because this is not the way business is done. If you want to do day and date, that's fine. But you negotiated these contracts and you made these deals with these people based upon the previous business model. Okay, so long as that's the case, you gonna have to pay them people, bro. You gonna have to pay them people. Simple and plain. Oh, my man Notre Dame is in the building. What's happening, homie?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm just driving to work and all that. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm chilling, man. How you doing, bro?
Another day, another nickel.
How you liking California?
It's more expensive than in Florida, man. But
Yeah.
you know, I just gotta
Told
keep
you that.
kicking.
I told you that. I told you that.
Hey.
And consider this though, dude. Wait until if you decide to stay out there long enough to start buying property, wait until you start buying property. The property tax alone is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, man, it's expensive in California, man.
Yeah. So what's today's topic?
So dude, did you hear about the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit? Her suing Disney?
Oh man, there's a bunch of lawsuits.
Yeah. But essentially, I was just explaining to the viewers the reason why that is, and it's because there are people who are owed money because of the contractual obligations that were already agreed upon prior to COVID. So when the lockdown happens, and then the studios decide we're going to do day and date release with streaming and theatrical, the people that they owe money to is like, whoa, that was not the agreement. And it's like, if you want to do that, that's fine, but you have to pay us our share. And that's not what they're doing right now, because Disney is the sole proprietor. HBO Max, Warner Brothers is the sole proprietor. Those other people, they're not getting a cut. So they suing. They want their money. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just I don't know if what's cutting out, me or you, because my I have two bars on my phone. I should be able to hear you.
All right, cool. So I'm just gonna get back to some of these questions. Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead, kick me out if you need to.
Wait, did you want to hop off or?
No, I'm driving. I can stay on if you want. Just
all right. No,
do your thing.
It's cool. All right, let's see. So, Batrock 51, he has the next question. He says, "Have you ever been to another country? Also, what countries would you like to visit?" So I haven't, not yet, have not been. Countries I would like to visit: Japan, Italy, Ireland. Those are like the three big ones right now. I'm trying to think of another one. France. Canada. More specifically, Quebec. Someday. Brazil, of course. Oh, Colombia. Yeah. Put that on the list. What about you, Notre Dame?
Me and my girl want to move to Japan. I might want to try visit Germany. I've been to Canada, Toronto, to be precise, twice. Been there for their anime convention. expensive for little portions. $3 for a can of Coke, man. Ugh. I don't want to remember that.
I feel
But
you,
yeah,
man.
just probably move out in the outskirts of move to the outskirts of Tokyo and all that. But it's real hard, I heard, to be an immigrant and be hard to immigrant in Japan because the discriminatory language barrier, traditions, and all that jazz.
It's not impossible though. I mean, Wayne lives in Japan. He moved over there. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
Yeah,
Next question. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, cool. Next question. Adam Q. I have returned from watching Space Jam 2. 7 minutes in, I came to the conclusion that it's a kids movie, and that is all. That's a bad kids movie. Like, give children a little bit more credit, dude. Like, that's. I mean, I've heard people keep making that argument, like, but you know, it's a kids movie. It's a kids movie. Like, we're not supposed to criticize it or critique it, or hold it accountable. You know, chastise it for its poor quality. It's like, dude, let me remind you something. The Disney Renaissance, you know, those. You know, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Lion King, all them little movies, y'all, those are kids' movies. Pixar, those are kids' movies. Those aren't movies made for adults. All right. So miss me on that. It's a kids' movie nonsense. Like, there are legions of kids' movies better than that movie.
I'll make a counter argument. It even says in the title, A New Legacy. It's targeting us who watched the original Space Jam. So miss me with that bullshit as well, man. You know, that's like, it's targeting us 90s kids, you know?
How about this? If it wasn't for the whole nostalgia factor, how come the whole third act is Ready Player One with every freaking Warner Brothers IP in attendance for the game? What kid is going to recognize all them damn characters? Why are they there? I'll rest my case. They full of shit. That's what they are. If you bring up it's a kids movie, you're full of shit. Dude, it's crazy. It's still daylight where you are, but you're 2 hours behind me.
No, I'm ahead of like 6:35 right now.
Yeah, it's 8:35 where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. All right, so let me see what other new questions are coming in. Let me see what else we got. I got that super chat. Maryland Wolves, that's a name I don't recognize, but welcome. Let's see. Adam Q, what is the best advice you were given and the worst advice you were ever given? Ooh, best advice and worst advice I was ever given. Best advice and worst advice I was ever given. Best advice I was ever given. Two things, actually. It's two. I can't say which one is better than the other, but two things I've heard said. One is you believe what you believe because you like what you believe about yourself is limited only to the permission you grant yourself. So if you want to change your life or if you want to change your world, your existence, like what have you, it starts with you changing the notion of whatever notion you have of yourself. Right? And you have to give yourself permission to do that. No one else's permission, no one else's approval. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Larry, what are you talking about? I'll give you an example. Let's say, like, for me, I wanted to get back in shape, right? And I could come up with 1,000 excuses, like, because like my issue, I have a very high, fast metabolism. I burn calories constantly. So it's hard for me to pack on muscle, right? I could have used that as an excuse. And then I could have rationalized it by saying, well, that's the way it always is. It's nature. That's how my body normally operates. This is that and the other. And that's a belief I have because that's what I've assigned for myself. And it's like, yeah, but what if you could pack on muscle? What would be required in order to do that? And then I had to give myself permission to attempt that. So it's like, you only believe what you believe because that's what you believe about yourself. Change what you believe about yourself. Yeah. So that's one. And then the other one would be one of my favorite quotes. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. One of my favorite Kevin Samuels quotes. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. So you notice how like our generation has a very, very bad habit of blaming everything wrong in our lives with everybody other than ourselves. We blame our parents. We, all of that, what do they call that shit? Childhood trauma or whatever, right? All that bullshit, right? That's not legitimate. Like legitimate childhood trauma is not what they're talking about, right? It's like, oh, I'm not where I want to be because you do. You seen Rocky Balboa, right?
Yeah.
What Rock said to Robert? He said, now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth, but you got to be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers at him or her, because you're not where you want to be or whatever. He's like, cowards do that, and that's not you. You're better than that. And our generation is terrible at blaming everything, not just everybody, everything else.
The victim blame.
For our shortcomings.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Kevin Samuels quote that I love, he breaks it down to you like this. He's like, look, you were raised the way you were raised. Wasn't nothing you could do about it. You were born to who you were born to. Nothing you could do about it. There are a lot of things that happen to us, particularly when we're young, because we do not have the authority and the ability to be able to maintain to manage our own existence, right? When we're kids, we are living at the behest of our guardians. You see what I mean? Like we can't fend for ourselves, right? So what Kevin Samuels was getting at is there are a lot of things that happen to all of us when we are in a position of powerlessness, right?
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing about that. It ain't your fault that whatever happens to you in that time, it's not your fault that it happens to you because you weren't in a position to control that or to change it. But it is your responsibility, meaning that you cannot just lie behind the excuse of, that's where that victim mentality comes from. And it's like, you can't live like that because if you want to change your circumstances, you are going to have to just own up and just do it. Eminem has one of my favorite Eminem quotes. He says, how does it go? It's because it's in Beautiful. The third verse of Beautiful, he goes, shit, I'm just gonna look it up real quick. That way I don't badger it. I don't butcher it.
I'm going to pretty much paraphrase what Cat Williams said. You gotta psych up your inner pimp, your inner player, because you can't do anything. I'm motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have to have don't have internal motivation.
Mm-hmm. Here it is. Yeah, one of my favorite Eminem lines. He says, nobody asked for life to deal us with these bullshit hands we're dealt. We got to take these cards ourselves and flip them. Don't expect no help. Now, I could have either just sat on my ass and pissed and moaned or take this situation in which I'm placed in and get up and get my own. Yeah. So that's what that's about. So yeah. So those two things are probably like the best advice I've ever heard. The worst advice I've ever heard is just be yourself. That's the worst. That's the worst advice I've ever heard.
That is one of the worst advices ever.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what if who you are is not good enough to achieve what you're trying to accomplish, or rather, to accomplish what you're trying to achieve? What if, dude? Eric Thomas, E.T., the hip hop preacher. He has a good line. He says, well, this doesn't come from him. This is an old one. You've heard this before. If you want to do something you've never done, you're going to have to become someone you've never been. Right? Because who you are right now has not accomplished what you're trying to do. You know, it's like, and it's not fake it till you make it. It's not fake it until you make it. What it is, you know, like, I want to run a triathlon. Well, who you are right now has never ran a triathlon. So guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to train to run a triathlon like triathlon runners train. In the process of doing that, you become a triathlon runner. You become what you were not before. But no, the ET, I'm trying to remember the ET quote. He says, this is what ET said. He said, you are where you are because of who you are. So if you want to change things, you're going to have to become someone different. Yep. Nick is in the building. What's happening, Nick? I saw you down there, bro. I'm sorry. I was just in the middle of a thought and I wanted to get it out.
Well, I understand. It's all good. I mean, relating to that, I mean, I'm pretty sure some people who were in the Discord, they know what happened. So I'm back at square one to that. So I gotta, you know, speaking of motivation, I have to go back and where I, you know, started with the car situation.
What do you mean? Like real okay, so just wait, do you care to share the story? I can sum it up real quick.
I no problem.
Okay. So yesterday, my man Nick shot red. He was in a car accident. He's fine, but was the car totaled?
It looks like it's gonna be, but still haven't heard a word about it.
And if you guys know Nick, or you know, for any of the guys watching, if you're on, you know, if you're in the Discord or anything like that, that Charger was his pride and joy. That was his pride and joy.
Yeah.
Beautiful machine. Beautiful machine.
Yeah, had it last year. So
but yeah, dude, you'll get something back for that. I mean,
well, yeah, not only that, I have that particular good insurance where I can actually get the same car again. So I don't know. You know,
and you're not at fault.
Maybe.
How you figure?
Well, you know, you just took your head aside the road for a minute. I probably hit right in one of those abrupt stops on the fast lane.
What?
Yeah, you know how cars be driving fast, right? And it's like on a slow down, and it does like a crazy abrupt stop. That's pretty much what happened.
You were approaching traffic.
I guess you can say that.
And didn't stop. Like the car in front of you abruptly stopped.
Yeah, the car abruptly abrupt. Yeah.
Fuck. Actually, yeah. I don't know, man. But I hope everything works out for you, though, bro.
But no, yeah. But between all that, yeah, there's you know, when you talk about bringing up with motivation stuff, there's a lot of stuff you gotta, you know, take a certain approach when you're doing anything. You know, like you said, the whole term with the whole triathlon stuff. Yeah, you gotta, you know, go do things in a different approach if you want to achieve like certain goals.
Right. Real quick, I see Trent's in the chat and Jimmy. Let me see.
Oh, what's up, Nostradamus? Ain't seen you in a minute.
Hey, how you, man? Oh yeah, you just said your story. I'm sorry to hear that. Now, how are you feeling right now?
I'm okay. I'm thinking maybe might go to the doctor, go get checked up. But as far as that, I feel fine. Just got scratches from the hand. That's it. And pretty much everyone else was doing fine too. And cars just got hit.
Right. Well, at least you're okay, man. I mean, that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Next question we got. This one's from Maniac Madness 11. He says, "Did you get around to watching the last season of Shameless, or you decide to just let that go?" I mean, because what I saw the first half. Yeah, I did. I had 5 episodes left. I have not gone back to the last 5 episodes. Yeah, I'll get around to it eventually. I lost interest in it. It fell off. It was never the same show after Emmy Rossum left. Like, it was never the same show. And actually, it was already kind of turning into a shit. I mean, it was already going downhill even before that. But yeah, after she left, that was a wrap. So let's see. Marilyn Wolves, have you seen The Owl House? I've seen clips of it, but I've never sat down and watched the whole episode.
I've seen a couple of episodes of that. It's interesting, it's witches have an organ, some kind of organ, some evil protagonist uses technology as considered as magic and all that. I think that's the Owl House. The one with the masked dude and all that, and the witch that can turn into a giant beast or something like that. I don't know.
It's the one I know. It's on Disney.
Yeah, okay, that is it.
Yeah.
Is this a live action or this is an animation?
No, it's animated.
Okay.
Yusuke Knight. He says, "I'm watching Yu Yu Hakusho tonight. I'm about to start Chapter Black." Ooh. I was rewatching some Chapter Black the other night.
Is he rewatching or is this his first time?
I'd imagine he's rewatching. His name is Yusuke Knight.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of people that have a lot of weird names. They flip on a dime quick.
First arc,
Yeah, but look at his icon.
Oh yeah, it's all sponges.
Oh, I didn't see. I was looking at the screen.
Fighting Dreamers just came on in the background. Fighting Dreamers. Just go my way.
I heard He-Man is pretty bad.
Oh, you mean the Tila show?
The Tila?
I call it The Legend of Tila. That's what I call it.
All I can say is the animation looks good.
I call it The Legend of Tila. That's what I think they should have called it.
Legend of Tila.
The Legend of Tila.
Doesn't she have like a girlfriend in this one or something like that? I heard.
Yep. Yeah, they turned. Yeah, yep. She's playing for the other team now. Yeah.
Man, they love ruining 70s shows, don't they?
80.
Oh yeah.
He-Man's the 80s.
I thought it was 70s. Okay, my bad.
It's the 80s.
Let's see, what did they ruin beforehand too?
Before what? Before He-Man?
They ruined Thundercats.
Oh, with Thundercats Go, yep.
They ruined Teen Titans. They ruined Teen Titans.
Yep, Transformers.
Really? What was the last time
they did the Teen Titans Go? The Teen Titans Go thing.
Wait. Hang on. Yep. Go ahead, Nick. What you said?
Yeah, you were talking about the Teen Titans Go, right?
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go.
Okay, I'll say one thing about it. It's one of those things where I'm surprised they have the same voice actors and all this stuff.
Why not?
I'm into the art style, and I can tell it's more of a comedy. There's only a few interesting things from that show. That's all that I liked. That was interesting. Surprisingly, as a music fan, they actually did bring. They had an episode with De La Soul in it. I was like, what? That threw me off a bit. I had to watch that one.
The only thing from Teen Titans Go that I liked was The Night Begins to Shine. That was it. And that's because my niece loved that freaking episode, and she would always sing that. And it is catchy. So
that's for the Teen Titans Go. There was only like 2 episodes I saw that was interesting that I liked in there. And that was the De La Soul one when they came out, and this other one I can't remember. I'm trying to think right now.
Right.
I think it's D&D. That's what it was. It was a D&D reference.
Okay, let's see. Notre Dame is back.
Sorry about that. That was the Bay.
Yeah. I was going to say, speaking of ruined shows, remember I said the next one out here is going to be Scooby-Doo.
That they're going to ruin?
Yeah, maybe.
They haven't already?
Mm. Well, probably if you don't care about that other one with the weird animation, but I
think they already ruined Scooby Doo, man.
Shoot, I've been out of the Scooby Doo game. I didn't know there were so many iterations.
Yeah, I think they already ruined Scooby Doo.
Well, I'm just saying there's another one coming up.
But let me see. Because if we start naming off all the shit they've ruined, we'll be here all night.
Ruined Voltron.
I actually heard that was good, but I've never seen it.
Ending. It took a nosedive.
Oh, I got you.
You know, it's like the whole like Attack on Titan, thing. It was doing good, doing great, and then last moment just nosedived.
Mm-hmm. It couldn't stick the landing. Great setup, couldn't stick the landing.
That landing went into a fumble, into a pit of knives. You know what I'm saying?
It was. Dude, it's the same thing that happened with Legend of Korra season 1 and season 2.
I mean, the build. Okay, so I enjoyed Legend of Korra season 1 because of the mystery of Amon, but then it's like, oh, he's a waterbender. I'm like, okay.
But even that wasn't the worst part of it, though. The way he went out, that was the worst part.
Oh yeah, his brother committing like, hey, put the stick of dynamite into the gasoline tank. Boom. I'm like,
it was so stupid. It was dumb.
Oh, all right. And the chemistry. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to go through this whole thing. The very fact, like, if Korra wants to play both teams, whatever. But the fact is that you're dating your ex's ex. Like, it's like, wait a minute.
It was retroactive. They just threw that in at the end.
I'm just like saying, there was like this. I don't know. And then the whole antagonist, using titanium and all that. I mean, like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. What's next? Maniac Madness 11 says Superman is a flat character, and there are plenty of stories that are good with him as a protagonist. So yes, they can be good. Superman is not a flat character. Bite your goddamn tongue.
No, he is not a flat character. He's just, in a sense, he's so powerful because of all the different writers that it's boring. But Superman as a character, as a whole, is not a flat character. They made him very human in a sense. I'm not an avid comic book reader, but I know there's a lot of parts when they want to put Superman in the ground, they put him in the ground.
Yeah, look, I even pulled up the definition just to make sure that we're all talking about the same thing. This says flat characters are two-dimensional, and in that they are relatively uncomplicated and do not change throughout the course of a work. By contrast, round characters are complex and undergo development, sometimes sufficiently to surprise the reader. So to call Superman a flat character, again, don't know what the hell you're talking about. How much Superman? This is my question. How much Superman have you read?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true enough too. I mean, and I'm not a big fan of Superman, but I've seen him enough act real well. I feel like he plays better with other people when it's like Justice League. I think that's why I think he shines a lot too. And I'm not a Superman fan, but as bringing up the flat characters, I can give you one easily good example of a flat character. Rey from Star Wars.
Yep.
I mean, I might be rocking the boat a little, depending on how hard is Goku. In a way, somewhat of a way, Goku from Dragon Ball is a flat character.
Yeah,
in Dragon Ball or DBZ?
I'll say DBZ.
Dragon Ball as the franchise, Super, GT. Somewhat. I've said he's grown a lot, but most of the time when the arc ends, Goku is Goku. He doesn't really, the multiverse got destroyed by the Zeno. Oh, well, let's go do a tournament,
Okay, yeah. I see. Well, I'll put it to you like this. By comparison, compared to damn near every other fucking character, Yes. Definitely compared to Vegeta. Definitely compared to Piccolo.
Yeah.
Definitely compared to Krillin. Definitely compared to Yamcha. Definitely compared to Tien and Chaozu. Because they all had character arcs. Goku never really has a character arc.
Well, he did in Dragon Ball, and
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you could say he's grown in Dragon Ball, but after you get to Z and everything else, it's like, all right, is what it is.
But I'll even let me ask you, when is Goku's character arc in Dragon Ball?
Wait, say that one more time because I'm about to clock it.
When is Goku's character arc in Dragon Ball?
It's I think it's Dragon Ball. It's the Master Roshi arc when he's fighting Tien, where he's like, the point is that he thinks he's unstoppable after he beats King Piccolo, but there's always Master Roshi was trying to tell Goku during that arc that there's always going to be a bigger fish in the future, and he can't be cocky about it. And so Master Roshi goes into the tournament to show him that there is going to be someone better than can be better than him. So he can't be all, oh, I have the divine water, or I beat this thing. You know, he can't be, you know.
He can't rely on his strength. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He has to rely on his skills as well, and always expect that there's going to be a bigger challenge. There are some arcs like that, but other than that, it's very few in between. Anyways, I got to get going.
All right. Cool deal, Notre Dame. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care, man.
Later, man.
Take it easy. People texting me while I'm streaming.
Anyway, take your time, man.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
All right.
All right. Moving on. Oh, wait. Notre Dame is still there, though.
Well, it looked like he's gone on my screen.
Okay, now he is. All right, gotcha. I hope the stream didn't freeze, because that does happen sometimes. All right, let's see what is next. Travis Tippins, what's happening, man? He says, "Have you watched Go 13? What is that?"
It's an anime.
Haven't seen it. Is it good?
It's an old school anime of an assassin. This is pretty good. It's one of those. All right, you know how certain animes.
You know what? I have seen this.
I'm pretty sure.
Go 13. The prophet. I have seen this. Yeah, I have seen this.
Funny, they were showing at this bar.
I haven't seen the series. I've seen the movie.
Well,
yeah.
For what?
The Professional, 1983 anime film. Yep, I've seen the movie.
Yeah, because it's one of those old school particular animes, like kind of like how you do with certain comics, where you redo or reshow like a telling of the character. Yeah, that's one of those ones. Kind of like Lupin and a few others. So.
Yeah, no, I do remember this. Yeah, dude, they were playing it on Toonami Aftermath one day.
Funny, they were playing clips of it when I was at a bar, like last week ago.
Yep. So yeah, I've seen the movie, not the show, but I have seen it. Ooh, what song is that? Anyway, can you hear that, by the way?
Sound like a whistling or something.
Oh, then you can't hear it then. Don't worry about it. Cool. All right. Moving on. This one is from Matarao, 1991. He says, "Did you watch Loki series or Falcon and the Winter Soldier?" Neither. Neither. Nah. I bowed out with the MCU, man. I'm done with that.
I never saw it. I seen clips, but that's it.
I will check out, just out of curiosity, I'll check out Spider-Man No Way Home, but then again, that's also Sony, so it's not Disney. Maniac Madness 11, you think Russell Westbrook and LeBron James can coexist and get a ring together? No, they're not going to get a ring. Because so here's the thing about the Russell Westbrook trade that didn't make any fucking sense. Okay, Nick, did you watch the NBA playoffs?
No.
Okay, so check this out. The Lakers barely managed to make it out of the wild card. They get bounced out in the first round by the Suns, right?
Mm-hmm.
The main reason for that was because AD was hurt and he didn't play most of that series, right? Well, the reason why that was so problematic is because the Lakers didn't have any depth, right? They didn't have any depth because they were paying AD this massive fucking contract. So then instead of getting better depth, they double down and end up acquiring another big budget fucking superstar. It's like, dude, you told him, bruh.
I mean, let's be real. Teams have done that plenty of times, and it's like,
but no, but specifically
the
the thing that knocked out the Lakers was lack of depth. They didn't have enough complementary players to be able to, number one, compensate for the loss of AD, and number two, be able to keep LeBron fresh enough for the fucking series. LeBron had to play lights out every fucking game just so they could have a winning shot. Dude, the only way this trade is going to make sense is if they get rid of AD. If they trade AD for more pieces, that's the only way it's going to make sense. Because if AD stays on that freaking team, okay, dude, it made no sense to me. Meanwhile, Washington made out like a bandit because they got Kyle Kuzma, the other two boys whose names I can't remember, but one's a forward, another one's a guard, and they got the number 2 overall pick. So they got 4 key players for Westbrook, and they get rid of that big ass contract Westbrook had because Washington was still paying Westbrook the Houston contract when he was in Houston.
Oh, really?
So they unloaded that sucker too.
This is going to be an interesting season.
All right. The first gamer 66, that's a name I don't recognize. Welcome, says, what do you think on the Frank Miller situation? I have no clue what that's about. I've actually been meaning to look that up. I heard apparently they're trying to cancel Frank Miller.
I don't know what Frank Miller said in per se. All I know, it was supposed to be, he got into it with this girl who at some event, like a certain type of event that's at Britain. And for what I've heard of the lady who complained, she's known to like spurging out, almost acting like a Karen, doing all types of situations before. So it's kind of interesting in its own right. And from what I know, she's not that much of a good artist. But yeah.
This apparently he made a Islamic phobic comment or something, and then everybody lost their shit. Dude, eat a dick. Seriously. Not Frank Miller. I'm talking about all of his critics. Dude, get off it. The man said some shit you didn't like, and now you decide you want to cancel him. Eat it. Get the fuck. See, Nick, you know what they can do? You see that right there, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you go with that bullshit. Over there. Take that shit over there. That's fucking retarded. People need to get off this cancel culture shit for real.
Hey, funny
Fucking
thing is,
retarded.
I've used that word before, and people get on me on fucking Facebook. You can't be saying the R word, Larry.
R word.
Retarded. No, hey, these are people I know that's even in that spill group I've done arguments with. Because I'm still in the old school refugees of spill. There's some people that act like that.
I will use whatever fucking term I want to use.
Yep. Trust me.
Period. All right. Deuce 1042. Who's the better character, Homelander or Omni-Man? I don't know. I haven't read either book. Have not read The Boys. Have not read Invincible. Haven't seen either
I
of the
know
shows
The Boys
either.
more than Invincible. So.
Hmm?
I said I know more of The Boys than Invincible, so that's a hard one. But I
like Omni-Man's design. If you're asking me who has a better design,
the problem is, because the one Homelander and The Boys, he's really a little bit more complex in the comics, a little more, but I don't know what way they're gonna go with it with that show. That was my certain problem a little bit with the show on it, because they start switching shit around.
Gotcha.
But to be fair, how wild that comic goes, I already know they're not even gonna touch some crazy stuff like that. Like if I give a quick little tiny spoiler, like of a chapter, for example, if you can let me say this, because like in the Boys, right? It's supposed to be like references of jokes of superheroes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ones is like, I know they're never gonna touch this one of we because The Boys they deal with like bad superheroes. Oh, we're gonna deal with this group who are like kids in a school with the professor.
Oh, they made there's an X-Men reference.
Yeah, but the guy is in there touching the kids, and it's like basically Professor X, the one who groomed all the kids, and shit.
No, they might do that. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Oh, it goes far out on that.
I don't know why they wouldn't. Okay, Travis Tippins. He says a movie ending you hate. Last Jedi. Gone Girl. Wasn't really a fan of Dr. Sleep's ending. That kind of soured the movie for me. So yeah, those are three. What about you, Nick?
Shit. Besides, obviously Star Wars. It's been a while because I really don't watch a lot of movies that have like bad endings I really hate.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm not drawing a blank right now.
All right. Let's see. What's this one? Crimson D. He says, what are your thoughts on the Activision Blizzard situation? I don't know what this is either. What's going on with Activision and Blizzard?
I'll sum it up quick. It's pretty much they found out that I got a lot of employees were doing a lot of frat boy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably maybe touching women appropriately, doing all this. And like the company never was keeping it under wraps and never listened to some of the people's hearsays and stuff. And I think it also has to do with pay too. So dude, one of the ones people are wigging out is it shows like a couple of those frat boy devs. They're all like chilling, hanging out. And they got like a picture of what's his name? Bill Cosby and shit. So people are wigging out on that on the internet. But
here are the latest accusations Activision Blizzard employees have leveled at the company. More disturbing allegations of Activision Blizzard's reported culture of sexual harassment and gender-based discrimination have been reported in recent days following a huge lawsuit filed against the company by California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing. Last week, details of these stories may be challenging to read, so we are prefacing, I didn't pronounce that right, them with a content warning for descriptions of sexual harassment. Oh my fucking God. Trigger warning? We needed a trigger warning? All right, go ahead, bro. Never mind that you have to click on the article to read the article in the first place. And then you have to continue to read said article, but okay.
I mean, that's journalism today. I mean, as far as that of those people might have a case, most likely, because it just seemed like it was more like a company that was just keeping certain stuff under wraps that they knew problems was keep going there. And to be fair, if y'all did not surprise by this, it's fucking Activision. They do some really heinous shit.
Let's
Bobby
see.
Kotick so this ain't nothing surprising.
Worked customer service role. Paid less than her ex-boyfriend who joined the company at the same time she did and performed the same work. Did he? Or did she? Or did either of them? She had once declined drugs that were manager offered her. That's how the relationship hampered her career. Didn't fucking leave. Manager messaged her on Facebook suggesting she must be into some free. Okay, well that's inappropriate. Yeah, that is very inappropriate. In the immortal words of Mr. Pink from Reservoir Dogs, we're supposed to be fucking professionals. And former vice president shared an account of how an exec asked her because she deserved her after her boyfriend died weeks earlier. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Story of Emily. I've noticed that these are all coming from women, though.
I heard there's some men cases, but I'm not sure. But like I said, it's one of those interesting things when you see certain things in some of those some game companies. I'm like, yeah, you should know by their reputation. I mean, I've heard other things that go with people who are not devs. How many times they screw over artists that to work on set pieces and stuff for games and stuff, and they don't pay them that much either.
Huh. So I took the free swag and left. Yeah, but she still took the free shit. I see. But yeah, okay. So I mean, dude, like I don't even need to finish reading this necessarily because I just read about three of the instances, and guess what? These dudes are shitheads. Simple and plain. Like, why are you doing this at work? Why are you doing this with your employees? There, dude, everyone knows the term. You don't shit where you eat. You see what I'm saying? That term exists for a reason. Why? First off, because here's the thing about that. Okay, first off, that type of behavior in general, that's some Spurg type shit. You see what I'm saying? That's some stereotypical Silicon Valley pencil dick white boys with not an ounce of fucking game in them. You see what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers, the reason why they're doing this at work is because they're only able to behave that sort of way at work. Once they go out in the real world, they're not doing that shit. We already know that. You see what I'm saying? Dude, this is some dweeb shit. These are the motherfuckers who got their asses kicked all their life for being fucking dweebs. And then they go out in the fucking real world. They become adults. They get these, these sort of like managerial or supervisor positions at a fucking video game company. Okay. And then they decided they want to try to like flex their muscle or, do all this inappropriate shit. It's like, dude, you're a fucking Spurg and you're a fucking dweeb. And notice, because like I said, none of those instances I talked about that I read about just now on The Verge, because I was reading The Verge's article about it, never talks about any dudes. You want to know why? Because any dude worth half his fucking salt would break his foot off in their ass the first time they come at him sideways over some bullshit.
No, well, here's the funny thing. I mean, when it comes to the video game world and that world with the devs and stuff, heard some guys that have complained stuff, but they don't seem like the type that would, do shit.
They just bail, right?
Yeah.
They just like, you know what, bro? I'm good. I'm out. They just bow out. Yeah, because they probably don't want to go to jail. They're like, you know what? You're not worth me going to jail over, so I'm just gonna bow out.
Yeah. Or some don't got a backbone to do nothing.
And that's just sad. But I would also say this: the dudes doing all of this nonsense are the same way. The only difference is their position. Because if they weren't in their position or if they weren't at that company, they wouldn't be doing this shit. So yeah, this is some Spurg shit. That's what that is. This is some dweeb shit. So yeah, they get whatever the fuck is coming to them. Don't do how's the saying go? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You shouldn't have been doing the stupid shit. It's your fault. Fucking Simple Simon motherfuckers. Yes, that was Notre Dame. Let's see. Fear or Hate says the first Space Jam wasn't that great either. I still enjoyed them both though. Use a lot. The first one was a hell of a lot better than that second one. Travis Tipping's most brutal death in Disney movie. Shit, dude. Well, I don't know about brutal. I can tell you about cold-blooded. And I don't know if this counts as a Disney, as a Pixar movie. Dude.
Which one?
Coco. Dude.
Yeah.
When I found out about that, I was like, they put this in a kids movie? Dude, that's some cold-blooded shit, bro.
Oh, the dad?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something like that I can expect, even in a child's film. It's not like they went graphic.
But it was his best friend. That's cold. That's cold-blooded, bro. That's cold. So I don't know if it was the most brutal, but it was definitely the most cold-blooded. Shit. Damn.
That one, that was like the last one that hit me on the feels too. Ironically, was Coco.
But I mean, if we're talking strictly Disney, most brutal Disney death, brutal.
I was thinking hard.
Brutal. I mean, Scar did get eaten alive. That's pretty metal, bro. But then again, old boy in Mulan, he got blown up at point blank range with that rocket.
Yeah. I didn't want to go with, Lion King, because that's the easy one.
Brutal death. I mean, Tarzan did choke out that leopard. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he used the freaking spear. He used the spear. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. I thought he choked him out, but no, he used that spear.
No, no. I give you one better. No, going back to Tarzan. Remember the villain, how he went out?
Kerjak?
Yeah.
Clayton.
Yeah. When he got
he got caught on the. Yeah. Maybe that is. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, because he was cutting the vines and then he lost his footing and he fell, but he got wrapped around his neck. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That might be it. Then that one's pretty brutal. Yeah. See, I'm also thinking of Gaston, but Gaston just got thrown off. He got thrown off a building.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what happened to 101 Dalmatians. I was trying to remember what happened to her.
Cruella?
Yeah, Cruella.
She didn't die.
She didn't die?
No, remember she got into the car wreck and then
I remember the car wreck, and I don't remember after that. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Didn't they throw her in an insane asylum? She was committed. I think she was.
That's like,
but no, Cruella never dies.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick, I see my man Jay. I don't know if Jay was the one that posted the initial question, but yes, I will be reviewing Transformers Kingdom. Yes. Fear or Hate, any tips you would give to a novice writing a story? What's your question? Like, I mean, I got plenty of tips I can give.
I think you're talking about a tip that you can what's some tips that you can help him as, since he's starting getting into writing? I mean,
just basics.
Yeah, I think one of the things I would say is always write. Write even if you're not sure it makes sense, you can always use some of those aspects of that story for maybe parts you want to do in it.
Okay, so
write your ideas out. Just write anything.
If we're doing just general tips, right? Nothing specific, just general tips that everyone should practice. Dude, okay, fear or hate, hope you're watching, hope you're listening. I'm gonna tell you this right now though, dude. This is not my tips. Everything I'm getting ready to tell you, it came from Stephen King. Everything I'm getting, because these are his tips. Stephen King always said this. Be honest as a writer. Be honest. Honest with the work. Don't bullshit the work. Don't pull a Zack Schneider. Be honest with the work.
I think you're gonna have to explain that probably for some people.
So when you're writing, write what you want to write because you want to write it, and do so intentionally and wholeheartedly. Okay. Don't try and make excuses for your work. Don't try and backpedal. Allow the work to stand on its own, whether it's good or bad.
I agree with that.
When I say be honest, what I mean is demonstrate integrity in the craft. Okay, that's what I mean. And then also that honesty thing also kind of goes with the content itself, because if you abide by the be honest type thing, you don't have a problem with deus ex machinas. You don't have a problem with these weird ass endings or these scapegoats or it was all a dream type bullshit. When you're honest with the story, be honest with it. Grammar matters. Punctuation matters. Vocabulary matters. The basics. The things that should be what Stephen King refers to this as the toolbox. At the top of the toolbox, like if you've ever seen a toolbox, Nick, you own a toolbox, don't you?
Ironically, yes, there's one right next to me.
There's one right next to you. Nick, can you open up that toolbox for us?
A tool? I mean,
just peek inside.
It's just
this is what I want you to do. What's at the top of the toolbox?
Screwdriver, socket wrench, basic. And
you say basic. Why?
Because that's something that you commonly uses all the time.
It's the shit you use the most.
And I got this little thing right here. So
it's pretty much all the stuff that is the most used is the stuff that's at the top, right?
Yep.
Language works the same way. Your grammar skills, your punctuation skills, your vocabulary, that's the screwdriver, the wrench, and the fucking hammer. You will always use those things. They need to be as sharp as possible. Don't slip on the basics. It's just like we were talking about basketball earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nick, what they tell you when you're shooting a basketball? Don't it work the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Square up to the backboard. Dip, bend your knees, come up and flick your wrists, right?
Yeah, I ain't heard that since when I used to play basketball back in school. I'm like,
but it's the basics because everybody do it. And if you think I'm full of shit, just go look at anybody shooting free throws. They do the same thing. Square up, bend your knees, go down, rise up, flick your wrists. It's the same because it's the fundamentals. So yeah, that's another tip I would tell you, fear or hate. Make sure your punctuation, your grammar, and your vocabulary is on point because you will always use them. You'll always use them. I would even argue, especially if you're a beginner, that stuff is more important than the content itself. Like your concepts, like your ideas and your create, all of that shit, that's after. But at least have the basics down.
Well,
at least have the basics down.
Yeah, same thing when including some stuff I do. When the same thing when it goes to the same thing with shooting, there actually is techniques and basics you're supposed to know and learn, or else stuff won't work.
So that's it. And then the last little tidbit I would tell you is schedule time to write. Schedule time to write and keep to it. Like I'm not saying that you need to write every day. Like I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not saying you need to write every day. And I won't even tell you how much you should be writing, right? Or, how many pages you need to get. I'm not telling you any of that shit. All I will tell you is this. If you're going to write, like whenever you decide you're going to write, make an allotment of time where it's like, this is my writing time from this time to this time.
Well, yeah, but that goes a little bit to what you're saying too. I say keep it consistent because even I'm breaking that rule. Keeping consistent with your writing time because sometimes you do fall off to it.
Like I said, I won't even go as far as to tell you that. I won't even go as far as to tell you that. Especially if you're doing it as a hobby. It's a hobby. You're not trying to do this professionally, right? It's a good habit. I will tell you that. If you can schedule and keep a writing schedule consistently, it's a good habit. All I will tell you is this. When you decide that you are going to write, do it. So what I mean is, let's say you wake up on Sunday morning and you're having breakfast, you're making your coffee, and you're like, okay, I'm going to write from noon to 2. And then your boys call you up. It's like, yo, man, we gonna get in a pickup game over at the park. You coming? You tell them niggas no. It's like, no, I'm busy from noon to 2. I can get at y'all. We can go before noon. We can go after 2. But from noon to 2, I got something else I got to deal with. That's all I'm saying. Whenever you say you're going to do it, do it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, those are 3 very good basic. I mean, I could throw out the whole thing of write what you know. Here's the thing about that, because I'm thinking back to what Stephen King talked about. Because Stephen King's like, one of my first stories was I was a teenage grave robber. I've never fucking robbed a grave. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? So Stephen King is like, he finds it a little asinine when he hears like, write what you know. Because he's like, I'm a fucking fiction writer. Everything I write is made up. How the hell could I know anything that I'm writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So take this into consideration. When I say write what you know, I don't mean from personal experience. I mean write what you know well. So case in point, most of what I write is supernatural. It's either supernatural or it has some type of like magic. But it's always in that realm. It's either magical or it's supernatural, right? I like to write things that exist within mythology, right? That's the type of shit I like to write. I don't do science fiction that well. You know what I mean? I don't do spaceships, lasers, like laser.
I'm pretty sure the
guns.
intricate of the devices and how the ships work and all that other stuff. Huh?
Yeah, I don't do that shit. Notice, I like Star Wars much more than I like Star Trek. And my favorite aspect of Star Wars are the Jedi, because they have this thing called the Force that prior to the midichlorians couldn't be explained scientifically. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't do science fiction very well. So I don't write about robots, androids, cyborgs. I don't do that shit. I don't write Terminator. I don't do time travel. I don't fuck with that shit. Right. As much as I love, Transformers, right? As much as I love Transformers, it's always the metaphysical shit of Transformers that I love the most, not necessarily the sci-fi shit. You know what I mean? So, because supernatural is what I know. It's also no mistake that in a lot of my stories, even if they take place in like fiction, like take Totems for an example, right? Totems takes place in a fictional town, but that town is located in Texas. So like even when I'm writing real world stuff, like I still base it off of that. That's where my personal history and personal experience and anecdotal experience comes in. Because if I got to write about the everyday life of somebody, if it takes place in the real world, yeah, I'm gonna use my own backyard. Why not? You know? So that's what I mean. Write what you know. So like if you're, let's say you're a martial artist, yeah, you could probably write some really kick-ass fucking martial arts stuff. Why? Because you're a practitioner. You know it. Or how about this? What if you're just a fan of martial arts? Well, shit, that's probably enough for you to be able to crank out a story about it. This doesn't have to be an instruction manual. You just got to be it. Notice this. Sylvester Stallone wrote Rocky. Sylvester Stallone was not a boxer. He watched a lot of boxing. He was not a boxer. But he knew about boxing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
And give stuff that is intriguing to the reader to learn about or understand. Give the reader something to want to read more of your stories.
Mm-hmm. Like, dude, like take sports for an example, right? I would much rather write a story about football than hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this freaking song. Edible Sin from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
That's my jam. Inedible. I say edible. Inedible Sin. No, I'm sorry. Indelible. Glasses. Indelible Sin. I didn't see where the D was. I was like, oh no, it's all right. Okay, so let's keep it a moving because we kind of fell behind a little bit, but we didn't fall behind too much. Let me see. Let's see. Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy, said Tila, Masters of the Universe is a masterpiece. Hey man, what's up? Hey. Vaya con Dios, man. Ooh, Travis Tippins, an underrated action cartoon series. Somebody brought up SWAT Cats in the comments earlier. Okay. SWAT Cats is a great freaking action cartoon. What's another one? An underrated action cartoon? Underrated. Well, ooh, Shaolin Showdown. Shaolin Showdown.
I thought of one, but it ain't underrated as far as how well you know the name of it. But depending on what generation you were born at, surprisingly, G.I. Joe was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think. No, I disagree on that, dude. I don't think G.I. Joe is underrated at all. Everybody knows.
But that's what I'm saying. It ain't underrated, but yeah, but I'm saying it depends on who grew up around it. Because technically, that was way before my time. So I started digging up G.I. Joe a little more. I was like, okay.
Everybody knows G.I. Joe, man. I think G.I. Joe.
But you know what I'm saying? How many people actually seen the cartoon though? Because everybody
that doesn't matter. It was the #1 cartoon when it was on the air. It was #1. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So no, it might be underappreciated, which I don't even agree with that either. I think G.I. Joe has a very loyal fan base.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you know how big G.I. Joe really is.
No, I'm not saying G.I. Joe ain't
huge,
appreciated. I'm just talking about as far as underrated, as far as like maybe something for the younger people probably would not know much about.
I would say, okay, in that regard, I would say like G.I. Joe Sigma 6 is underrated. You know what I'm saying? But the original? Oh no, man. The original is a fucking tried and true, beloved classic. And yeah, and no, G.I. Joe is not underrated. Let me see, what's another one? Underrated? I still don't think people appreciate Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes as much as they should. Honestly, same thing with the Batman, the 2004, the Batman series. People don't appreciate that show as much as they should. That's a good show. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy, was the one that brought up SWAT cats and Gargoyle. You know what though? Once upon a time, I would have said Gargoyles is an underrated action cartoon, but it's not. Because Gargoyles has a hell of a cult following. It's ticked back in popularity recently.
Shit, I was gonna say maybe that fucking Men in Black cartoon, but nah, I don't think so. I don't think it's probably that good at the go.
Well, I wouldn't consider that an action cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's more animated X-Files and it's procedural.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really tricky to find like what is a very actiony cartoon because I'm really thinking about it. Most of the time, I'm thinking most of them seem comedies to me, or they won't even go too hard with the action. The 80s got a lot of action stuff, but if we talk about during where we grew up and later, like that's really like a slowdown because that's why most of us got into anime.
Yep. All right. Let's see. So Trent, he had a question. He said, "Speaking of Scooby Doo, what movie is your favorite? Mine's the Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost, the Hex Girls." Yeah, Zombie Island.
I was about to say that Zombie Island.
Zombie Island, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, it was in my back. It was in my backyard, man.
Hey, and they actually had actual, creatures. You could say.
Yeah, that was the first one with the real real creatures. We had what was it, zombies and werecats.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool. Dr. Slump, he says, "Hey, OAW, have you checked out the Final Fantasy VII remake? And if so, what are your thoughts on it?" Well, I've only played the demo. I own it. But again, don't have a PlayStation 4 or a PS5 yet because when I tried to buy one last year, they were all freaking sold out. And they've never stocked back up. That's the thing. They've never stocked back up.
Well, they stock back up a little bit, them scalpers are at the ready.
Right. Dude, no, I'm talking about even with like PS4s, like in San Antonio, they don't stay in stock very long, dude. Like as soon as they show up, they're gone. In fact, dude, for the longest time, you couldn't buy one in town. You had to buy it off the website.
Oh, of course. That's how, well, remember, Larry, that's the new thing you gotta do. You gotta get your shit online.
Dude, it doesn't matter. By the time I get to it, someone else has already taken it.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times I've placed it in my cart and before I can check out, it's already gone? I get the error message. Dude, bro.
Hey, I'm going to say this. This isn't surprising at all because especially how we're going like through this pandemic stuff. Because like in the community I'm in, it ain't easy getting gun parts. Let's just say that. It's the same way.
Dude, can I tell you some crazy shit? So I was trying to buy my brother-in-law a birthday gift, right? I was trying to get him Scott Pilgrim 4K because they released the 4K, right?
Yeah.
Do you know I missed out on this fucking 4K? This little box set.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I would have liked to have it too.
Twice. I ordered it because I was going through Target. I ordered it at one store. They canceled my order because it wasn't available anymore. I ordered it at another store. They canceled my order again because it wasn't available at that store. And then I'm like, well, fuck it. Then just mail it straight to my house out of stock. I'm like, bruh. Maniac Madness 11 says, when has Superman's views or beliefs changed? Go read John Byrne's Superman. The Man of Steel series by John Byrne. Go read it. Superman wasn't written like that before John Byrne. Maniac Madness 11 says Ray was not a flat character. Okay, now he just wants to start shit. He's just trying to start shit. Ooh, Miss Anderson. Which fictional death hurt you the most? Fucking Jiraiya. Jiraiya Sensei. Oh man, Jiraiya Sensei.
Fictional death in general.
Yeah. Jiraiya Sensei. Oh man. That one hurt. That one hurt. To this day, man, I do every time Signed by Flo comes on, I can't help but think Jiraiya Sensei. Oh man, yeah, no. Yeah. Yep.
Spike's death hurt for me. I said Spike's death hurt for me, but there's like so many.
In Cowboy Bebop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which fictional death hurt you the most? Yeah, Jiraiya. Or at least recently. When I was a kid, it was always Mufasa, right?
Oh, so that. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I take it that's your favorite Disney movie of all time, huh?
Yep.
I like the Mulan more, me personally.
Which one?
I like the Mulan more.
Yeah, Lion King was always my favorite Disney movie, and Hercules is my second favorite. I'm trying to think, what other fictional death? Ooh, Jonathan Kent. Season 5 of Smallville. Reckoning. That's the name of that episode, Reckoning. That's my favorite episode in the series. Yep. When Jonathan died. Ooh, man. Felt that one. But Jiraiya's death, man, that was the one. I was just like, bro, I'm fucking done. Travis Tippin says, see what I mean about grammar? It's very important. Have you watched Goblin Slayer? I have not.
Surprising me either.
Jimmy's in the chat. What's happening? Dreezy KO, what's happening? He says, what do you think about the baby situation? Those folks didn't have the same energy as Ed Buck. Do you know anything about this, Nick? I know nothing of this.
Okay. I barely know certain parts of it, just to be fair. So don't come up my head if I don't remember stuff.
Wasn't the baby supposed to be, wasn't he just like in Paris or some shit with Harding? No, that's not him. That's somebody else.
I know he had an event that was supposed to happen in Europe until that whole commotion, and they took his thing off an event. It's pretty much, I guess he said something about related with gay people with AIDS and shit. As far as I
sparks backlash from Elton John, Madonna, and other celebs. What did he say?
I think it says
he doesn't know Quest condemns his home. Okay, so he made homo. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Who cares? He's just talking.
Well, the funny thing is he made a video, even a music video, interesting. It's like a goofy music video to poke jabs a little bit on that too. So I'm pretty sure. Because he's like you said, I'm not sorry for being myself.
Did he break a crime?
No.
He didn't break a crime. So it's just bad. Dude, he's just talking. If you don't like what he says, fucking ignore him. Oh, God. I can't. My hair hurt, bro.
Well, from that?
Because I'm tired of this cancel culture bullshit. I'm tired of it. And I don't even know who the fuck the baby is, but I know you shouldn't be coming after just because he said some shit. Come on, bro.
Well, don't forget. I mean, Well, funny. I don't want. I
You
mean,
know
I
what?
make,
You
I
know,
make
no,
jokes. I
no, no.
make
You know
jokes and
what? You
shit,
know
but
what? You know what? No, no, no. Nick, I gotta say, no, Nick, let me do it. Can I do it?
all right.
Let me do it. For all these people worrying about all these quote unquote celebrities trying to fucking cancel them just because you don't agree with what they say, get a fucking job. Get a fucking job. You have way too much time on your hands. Notice how in this live stream, the audience has brought up 3 fucking incidents that I have no fucking clue about. You wanna know why? Because I work for a fucking living. I ain't got time for that shit.
We ain't watching social media pretty much or following all that.
I ain't got time for social media. Nick, we're friends on Facebook. How often do I post?
Not often, really.
Never, damn near.
Mm-hmm.
A few times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Sure, I'm usually the one who knows about certain stuff like that. Usually tell you.
Yeah, dude. When y'all be posting links to shit in the Discord, that's how I find out about most of the shit that I find out about. Trent says, "Are we hopping in Discord afterwards?" Yeah, I am. You down to hop? You down for voice chat, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm still here, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got to work tonight?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Save for the Discord. I know what you mean.
You already know what it is and where I'm. Well.
Oh, is it the one that you told me about?
Of what?
We'll talk in this. We'll talk in the Discord.
Okay, for some people who don't know, I'm an interesting code. Anybody seen Devilman? I'm pretty much going to out there. That's all I gotta say.
Which Devilman?
Well, it don't even matter which one because they all started at the same way in the beginning. It's a party.
Oh. Devilman's fucking weird, dude.
Why?
Main character cries too much.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be.
Spazzes out too much for me.
I mean,
I get it. He's cursed.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, he's supposed to be like a bitch until that whole change thing happens to him. Then he gets, it takes the bitchiness out of him. But I know the new one is a little bit like a certain adaptation. Because I'm a Devilman fan, so I don't understand that. But it's more of like a guy who's like say example who's like Superman stuff. You understand all this power, but because the whole series is supposed to be an anti-war message. You know that. But it's him crying about a lot of the atrocities like humans do.
He cries a lot, dude. I'm tired of all these main characters crying. Like, go fucking do some push-ups or something. Quit all that goddamn crying. Okay.
Well, that one makes more good on his feels. The only thing I can give respect to, like, okay, for some who've never seen it, Devilman Crybaby, it's definitely a modern take because the first one, the original series, was made back in the 70s. So there's gonna be some changes to it. I give respect to the only part I give respect to Devilman Crybaby because I wasn't too cool with the art style. It actually ends the way like it's supposed to end in the comic because they had the earlier movies, which those would have been good if they finished it. They didn't finish it.
Gotcha.
So they kept it true to that part.
Okay. Crimson D, have you? Oh, for the record, last call for questions, comments, super chats. Last call because we're getting ready to wrap up here in a bit. Yeah. So last call right now. Crimson D says, "Have you heard of the story called I Am Not Starfire's Trash Fire?" The story is called I Am Not Starfire's Daughter. It will be a trash fire. It will be a trash fire.
I was about to say, if you say you would not know what that is, I'll be like, damn, you really are. I don't know nothing.
No. I keep up with shit that's going on in my industry because here's the thing.
Well, not only that, we follow certain people, so I'm pretty sure you would have known about this.
Well, no, but see, I always keep up with shit that's going on in my industry because here's the thing. I knew that something was going on with Frank Miller. I just didn't know what the specifics were.
Yeah.
But I knew something was going on with Frank Miller.
I think the Frank Miller stuff had to do more with social media stuff. So yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm saying though. The only thing. Okay, you remember what is it? It's the Warren Ellis shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know he did some. Apparently, he did some fucked up stuff. I don't know the particulars on that one. Like how bad it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just know he. I can't say it's Weinstein type shit. Well, you know what? I will put it to you like this though. It's akin to the Weinstein situation in the fact that there were a lot of people who knew about it and they were complicit in it. They were complicit in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those. It's like a lot of people knew that shit was going on and they didn't do shit about it. So,
yep.
But whatever. But yeah, no, I heard about it. Dude, like you just like Crimson D just said, it's gonna be a trash fire. That shit's not gonna sell. I don't even know why the fuck they made that's that bullshit fucking left wing wokeness, that's the woke brigade, dude. I don't know why the fuck DC signed off on that.
I can just give one funny thing about that. The character is based off the allegory of the author who made it.
Right. Yeah, it's an insert.
Exactly like the author. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, but dude, I don't have time to get into it. Dude, there will be an epic. I'm at the point now. There will be an epic rant coming. And I'm gonna shit on the whole fucking woke agenda. I'm gonna shit all on it. Because why the fuck are these people getting these jobs?
Oh no! Oh, hey! Did you see what's his name stream? They talked all about that.
Who?
Nerdrotic.
Which one?
Friday. It's always the Friday one. I always watch the Friday ones. Friday Night Tights.
Oh, you talking about Friday Night Tights? Okay, I thought you was talking about
I don't know what you're talking about, but no.
The nooner.
No.
But it's on Friday
night.
Yeah,
they brought up because it's funny. There was a person. There's an artist.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll send you. I always send the links on. No, send me
the timestamp, dude. That's like a 5-hour show.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I have to go back. I know it's later on, but shoot, they even brought up a part where so many people that they hire. I'm like there's an artist that I guess they hired who was supposed to do editing. They fucked up how to spell the word April for that new April O'Neil, I guess, comic or some shit. And art don't look that good either. If you saw the cover.
Okay, so but yeah, dude, like I don't understand again because we always hear the same questions, right? Who is this for, right? I don't know who the fuck this is for. I don't know who the fuck signed off on this. I don't know why DC is doing this, and I sure as shit don't know how old girl got hot. Dude, my man Comics by Perch. Shout out to him. I highly recommend his channel. I think he is on my recommended channels tab on my channel, and if he isn't, I need to correct that immediately because he needs to be. Comics by Perch, dude, he is fucking amazing. He is awesome, dude. He had the most epic fucking rant the other day in response to, did you hear about the shit with old girl over at Dark Horse? She used to be in charge of Vertigo, and she made the comment where she was like, "Oh, comics aren't just for straight white men anymore," or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, I heard of that.
Dude, Perch went the fuck off. He went the fuck, dude. Perch is relatively he is for the most part very professional in his videos. First time I heard him drop the F-bomb, he went off because he was like, "Fuck you. You are being disingenuous as shit, and you are purposefully being inflammatory. You are purposefully trying to cater to you are purposely trying to cater to a media outlet that sole purpose is to drive the divisiveness within these subcultures and within these fandoms because that's how they make money." He's like, "You dude, because she made that comment fragrantly as if there's a lack of diversity in comics." It's like, bitch, you used to run Vertical. You are directly responsible for allowing diversity in comics, and you were doing this shit in the 90s. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, last I checked, Virgo was very diverse as far as a company.
Yes, it was. What the fuck is she talking about? She was the editor-in-chief of Vertigo.
I've read some Vertigo stuff compared to like, Marvel and DC stuff.
Dude, again. And then, dude, Perch also had another video where he was pretty much commenting on the recent, it was like a live stream with the X Gala, the creative team behind that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was pre-recorded before X Gala was even released, right? So they don't know, this is before all the backlash and shit like that. But dude, just listening to these motherfuckers in this live stream, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. How did they get that job? There's a little black girl on them, and like hearing her talk about, she was talking about, because one of the books deals with a story of the Shadow King, and the way she talks about the Shadow King, I can tell you have only seen the New Mutants movie. Nothing you just said about the Shadow King is the fucking Shadow King. They get these jobs. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Nor even put out the effort enough to even look at some of that stuff. I mean, that's the same thing we did with who they have for writers. Like movie directors for some of these movies too, when they do some of those properties like that. But yeah, that's a whole fucking animal to talk about. No, not that. Bringing up back to Friday Night Tights, they were talking about. I guess there was like a manga editor or some shit like that. They felt like the guy was saying something that was anti-woke. They even fucking deduct his pay and shit. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, wow. Yeah, Japan ain't playing. They said they ain't a big fan of the shit that was going on with us.
Dejan Powell. He changed his name. Dejan Patterson Powell. What happened to Patterson Powell? Okay. How do you feel about material that uses science to explain magic or supernatural elements? I don't mind that, because that's Underworld. Underworld is famous for that. That they're the lycanthropy and the vampirism in Underworld is all fucking blood disease. That's how they explained it.
Star Wars did a little bit of that on some stuff, but that if you knew,
I don't mind that type of stuff. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Miss Anderson, what's your favorite quote or expression? Well, my favorite word is fuck. I have a lot of favorite quotes. The true measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at moments of challenge and controversy. That's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The true key to immortality is living a life worth remembering. That's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee has a lot of my favorite quotes. Be water, right? The whole be water thing. Water's the softest stuff in the world, and it can fit into any container. It seems weak, but it can penetrate wall. Be like the nature of water. Another quote that comes to mind is one of my favorite television quotes, but from Sons of Anarchy, when is a quote from Jax where he says, "I am tired of being crushed under the weight of greedy men who believe in nothing." I really like that one.
Shit, I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, that's from season 4. That was when Jax went nomad.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got a lot of favorite quotes. She also asks, if you inherited $1 billion, what would you do with your life? If I inherited $1 billion, first off, I'm paying off all my debt. Second off, I'm telling everybody to go fuck themselves because I got fuck you money. No, not really.
Well, you go send somebody to tell them to say fuck you. Just let it go there, dude.
Dude, did you? Well, real quick, you know what this reminds me of? Because I was watching it the other day. Did you ever see I, Tonya?
Shit. Yeah, I've seen it, but what were you getting at with it?
You remember the scene where Tanya and Jeff, right? They're arguing over the phone. He's at his homeboy's house in the basement, and they're arguing over the phone, and she keeps hanging up on him. So he's like, "Fuck it, let's go." It's like, I know she has a competition at out of town. She's going to be here during this time. So him and his homeboy, they get in the car, they go drive all the way to like Minnesota or some shit, right? And then he just shows up while she's at the rink, and he's like, "Tanya, no, fuck you."
Yeah.
He drove all the way. He drove all the way there just to tell her. Boy, that's petty. That's petty, boy. Oh no, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. I'm not driving all. No.
I'm sorry. If you give me $1 billion, I'm buying that fighter jet. That's always all we want to get one.
But no, if I had $1 billion, all I do is fucking write. I'd probably do YouTube more often. That's a damn show.
I would build a town.
I'd build a school.
Well, that too. But I mean, I would. I always wanted like a town or whatever island. I don't know what you want to call it, town, city, whatever. Build my own town, whatever. I was gonna make a name out of it just to fuck with people. So I don't, is what it is. I mean, one of the jokes I always said, I'll just call the town Wu-Tang Clan or some shit, but no. But yeah, that'll be just one of those things.
Maniac Madness 11 said Quentin Tarantino writing advice was to just steal, do that, and put your own spin on it. Yeah, but Quentin can say that. Not everybody can pull that off. Because if you look at Quentin Tarantino's work, of course it's derivative of so many other, works, and he'll tell you. But his is not. I mean, dude, his is such his own thing. Like, so it's easy for Quentin to say that, but for a beginning writer, no.
And not everybody have the skill to do that.
I will say this.
There's some people that don't have skill to have an open conversation and talking.
Now, here's the thing about that, though. I will not go as far as to say steal. What I will tell you is to emulate. If you're just starting out, emulate. So don't copy. But this is what I mean. Like, let's say you like Dragon Ball, right? And you want to write a manga. Okay, what is your version of Dragon Ball, right? Like what's your version? So essentially what I mean is, and this is what it might be. Like, maybe that means your borderline fan fiction territory, but so long as it's your original characters in your original world and stuff like that, yeah, it might be fan fiction-y, but you're just starting out. But that's what I will say. I will say emulate. Don't copy, but emulate. If you like, don't do Superman because everyone's done Super. But dude, just look at Captain Marvel.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up. 'Cause I'm like, there's something to be said about the people who do write fan fiction. I mean, some gotten up better from after doing that.
I mean, yeah. Miss Anderson also asks, what's one thing you always procrastinate on? Taking out the trash.
Ironically, same here.
Taking out the trash, cleaning the toilet. Yeah. Going grocery shopping. I wait till the last minute.
Yep.
Maniac Madness 11. You think Yugi was actually using the heart of the cards, or was he cheating? He was cheating. That nigga was cheating.
Well, he had powers. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Fear or Hate says the easiest way to get a PS5 on Walmart or Best Buy is to use the app. That's how I got mine. Okay.
Well, hey, do say, what app is that? I'm curious. Well, I was gonna say, tell them to put down the app.
Well, the Walmart or the Best Buy app. He says use the app, not the website.
Oh. Well, that's pretty much what it is now. I mean, sure, you got to use the apps now for certain things to get.
Jimmy saying what's up. I shouted out Jimmy already.
Jimmy.
Wait, what it said? The baby had more pink on than classic He-Man. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, some guys do wear the pink. Ain't my favorite color. I don't care much for it, but some people can rock pink.
Okay. Jimmy says I'm on Facebook. Jimmy, are you looking for a link? The link. Check the. Hang on. I mean, we about to hop out though, but yeah, I'll send Jimmy the link. But the link is Jimmy should have already seen it. Unless he's not a part of this group.
Probably ain't. Just send it to him directly.
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now. We all about to get out of here though. Because it's getting late. And I'm getting tired. And I gotta pee. Okay. I think we are almost done though. Yep, because I was at the he be cheating. Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy, brought up Pirates of Dark Water. Yep, that's another one. Shit, Pirates of Dark Water is forgotten, let alone fucking underappreciated. It's forgotten. Niggas don't remember Pirates of Dark Water no more. Shit, dude, I didn't even remember Pirates of Dark Water until I was talking with my cousin the other day about it. And he reminded me of it. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I do remember that now.
You got to refresh me that. I probably don't know what that is. No joke.
It was a late 80s, early dude. It was like one of so you remember how we had the surge of the cartoons in the 80s, like the He-Mans and Transformers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates of Dark Water was on the tail end of that. The Funimation, right? Wait, did I use that term right? Is it Funimation? The studio.
As you're saying, no, I wouldn't know.
No, it's not. No. I said that wrong. No, it's not Funimation because I'm thinking of Funimation. No, what is it? It's the name of the studio. What is the name of the studio? It's shit. Now I gotta look it up. Is it? No, it's not Toon. What is the name of the show? Why can I not remember the name of the show? I mean, the name of the studio. Same studio that did Filmation. Okay, Filmation. But yeah, it was one of the last shows that Filmation put out in that like period. Yo, what's up, Jimbo? That is a funny avatar. It's kind of cool though. Kind of kick ass.
Hello, everyone.
Talk about your icon. Notre Dame has left another comment. Hey, he left a few actually.
Okay.
That's on page. Okay. Let's see. Adam Q asks what my take on the Warren Ellis situation was. I already said that. Jakeem's in here. Yup. Let me get on that rant, Mr. Larry. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna do it or not because I'll probably get canceled for that rant.
I think you're gonna be all right.
Maniac Madness 11 says, "Is your Discord a video like YouTube, or is it like a group chat that everyone talks in? Is a group? So Maniac Madness, do you use Discord, dude? Like the Discord channel is pretty much it's group chat, right? So it's like because we have different like channels in the server, and think of each channel like a message board, right? We got different channels. They're each themed, right? So like whenever we have discussions in those channels, right? Like we got one for like anime and manga. We got one for movies. We got one for DC, and then we got one for Marvel. We got one for like political stuff. So yeah, right. And then there's the voice channel where whenever we get on to voice chat, we're on there. So that's how it works.
Real raw and uncut.
Oh yes, it's all uncut. All uncut.
Yeah. You didn't say certain group, you didn't say the other groups.
Say who?
I said you didn't say the other servers or
because those are no, I can't talk about the other channels. Whatever the fuck that was. All right. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, Wilson, with a $2 super chat. You're a little low. Can you turn your hairline up? Oh, I'm sorry, Wilson. I'm about to cut you. I'm about to cut you with your volleyball head ass. Oh, let me no, don't. I tell you, hey, I'm sorry, Wilson. I got a question for you, player. Who's the joke really on? Because you had to pay me $2 to make that comment. And that's the only reason why I read it was because you paid me for it. So, and my hairline is right here, motherfucker. My hairline is fine. It's just a little light in spots. Doesn't matter. Your mother loves it, so. What's up, Jim?
What did you use?
He said his phone data is trash. Okay. And then he fell out again. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Yep, Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy is right. Remember, Dragon Ball came from Sun Wukong. Yep, Journey to the West. He is correct.
Yep.
Chris B, have you ever checked out Dr. Stone? Like, no, not yet, but I'm thinking about it. Because I heard somebody else talking about it recently. They was like, yeah, you should check it out. Henry George, this is a name I don't recognize. He says, Larry, how does it feel to be right about Game of Thrones years before everyone else? LOL. Hey man, look, I bowed out.
Wait,
I bowed out after season 4. I didn't even watch 5, 6, 7, or 8. The only thing I've seen of the last 4 seasons was the Battle of the Bastards.
Wait, wait. What was the last part you said that you were right on? I can't remember.
I think he just means in general about like the show going downhill.
Okay.
Because I get that people tell me that all the time now, and my thing is, it's like, dude, like, yeah, okay, but y'all are also commenting on stuff that I haven't watched. So if it just so happens that the show went downhill, well, I bowed out. Like I said, I didn't care for it anymore. It wasn't for me. I bowed out. But I'm sorry, Wilson said, I pay because I like you and I can take a joke. I can take a joke too, Wilson. It's fine. I appreciate it. Wilson, that is what we call ribbing. Notice the mama joke at the end? It's just ribbing. Wait, Nick, are you still there? Because you got really fucking quiet.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, damn. You must not have nothing in the background because I thought you muted yourself.
Yeah, surprisingly, I did not mute myself. Yeah, nothing going on in the background. Spinning.
Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy, Superman versus the Elite was a diss towards all the dark Superman copycats. Okay, I see why you say that, but I mean, that story in and of itself is, I mean, that story had its own message. So, because that story is based off of whatever happened to truth, justice, and all that other stuff. That's the name of the story. So, I'm sorry, Wilson follows up. He says thoughts on the new Dune. So Dune's one of those franchises. I'm just not like familiar with. Like I was never into Dune.
I'm kind of curious to see it, and for what I hear from other people who are like big hardcore Dune fans. It looks promising,
dude. If I go see it,
they could fuck it up. Especially what I heard if they make a second movie, it can happen.
dude, it's supposed to be like the first book, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a complete remake, right, dude? So if I go see it, essentially I'm seeing it for the first time.
Yep, because I've never even seen that '80s one, and funny, I got that on video.
No, check this out. I've seen the original. I've seen the '80s movie. I just don't remember it. And here's the other thing too. There was a Dune like miniseries with James McAvoy that was on Sci-Fi, like in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I've seen that too, and I don't remember anything about it.
From what I hear, some people like that they said that's like the better one as far as what you got right now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude. So that's what I'm saying. Like, because my sister, she watches this stuff. So like, I'll see it, and I'm like, oh, okay. But dude, it doesn't stick with me.
I only know certain things about it, but yeah, I'm ready to see the spice and the worms.
So like, if I go see it, it's gonna be like watching it for the first time. All right, but with that being said, we have reached the end of the chat. At least on StreamYard, I'm pretty sure there's probably some that YouTube blocked because they do that. I'm thinking about, man. I mean, I like StreamYard, but I'm thinking about switching, honestly, because I've heard about some other platforms. I mean, StreamYard's made massive improvements since I first started using it, but I pay for this. That's the thing. And it's like, come on, dude, y'all can't. Granted, it's not their fault, though. That's YouTube, because YouTube will block comments. So that's not even StreamYard's fault. That's YouTube's fault. But anyway, so yeah, we are going to go ahead and we're going to get out of here. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for tuning in live once again. Thanks everyone for watching after the fact. As always, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, facebook.com/OAW Entertainment, twitter.com/OAWENTMT, twitch.tv/OAW_entertainment. Right here on YouTube, youtube.com/OAW. And tell them I thank everyone for last week's. Oh no, Jimmy, I did. I opened the show with that. Yeah, but Jimmy wanted to thank everyone for last week's charity stream again, because he just sent me a message in the chat. But yeah, so lastly, just wanted to remind you guys that I am accepting video requests again over on Patreon, patreon.com/OAW. The deadline, if you want your request, because I'm pretty much going to be hammering this, like knocking this shit out in the next couple of weeks, like throughout the next few weeks. You guys are just going, like, I'll probably be streaming every weekend for at least the next 2 months, trying to get caught up on all of these requests. So if you want to make sure you get in for next month, for the month of August. The deadline's today because the pledges are charged on the 1st. So get in while you can, because if you pledge after the 1st, you got to wait all the way until the 1st of next month. So get in when you can. Again, patreon.com/OAW. All right. With that being said, keep an eye out because that Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy season 3 Kingdom review, that will be coming up in the next week. Like I said, if not tomorrow, probably right now, it's looking like it'll probably either be Monday or Wednesday is when that will be. If not tomorrow, it'll probably be Monday or Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be the next vid coming up. All right. And with that being said, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief.
And just me, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. All right, we are signing off. Until next time, peace.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?